Good morning, good morning, good morning, all. Yes, good morning. Happy Tuesday, March 11th. Wow, time is flying by. And I am so excited to be here with you this morning. And the energy is electric. I am so excited. But, before we get everything going, make sure if you are on YouTube, you are on Instagram, share with your author friends. We're doing an author chat this morning. We have a lot going on. I was not on Thursday. I had an appointment at my son's school. My son is doing some really big things that, um, you know, people who have moms who have boys, they downplay everything. My son is there being an anchor on his school news, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, we take it after mommy. So, yeah, actually, probably right now, as I am on live with you. My son is actually on live at his school doing the morning announcements. So, of course, you're not going to see this baby, but love you. Yes. So I am so glad to be on today. We have a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to get into talking about being able to get into schools, and one of the fundamentals of even being able to work that network. But also, we have some amazing announcements. Children's authors, if you are in the New York City tri-state area, New York, Jersey, Connecticut, we want to see you at the right here, Read with Carylee road trip, and we're going to be getting a new banner soon. But the Read with Carylee road trip is coming to New York City. Yes, we are coming to New York City. We will be having the Read with Carylee live experience. In We're converging on Brooklyn, New York, right across the Brooklyn Bridge, right at Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Cumble Hall. We'll be taking up space in Cumble Hall, and we'll be having the Read with Carylee live experience at in the Cumble Theater. I am so excited, and of course, I am. As many may know, I grew up in New York. So I want to make sure that we gonna come loud and proud, okay? Not only did I grow up in New York, I grew up in Brooklyn. And on top of that, I'm like, this is really a homecoming because I did my first 2 semesters of college at LIU Brooklyn. So I am so excited. I started out as a journalism major with a performing arts minor. I did go on and finish my performing arts minor at LIU, and actually went on to do my bachelor's in business. So I am so excited. This has been something so great. I have been wanting to come back home with Read with Carylee for a while. This is going to be the third Read with Carylee road trip stop. And yeah, we got some music in the background today, and I'm just like, I need to feel it today, right? So we have that going on, and I have people coming on my my Instagram asking, when are you coming to this place? I've gotten Charlotte, Dallas. A part of that is going and registering on the Read with Carylee author directory. You know, the Read with Carylee author directory is location based. So when we get a lot of authors in one location, we know that we got to go there. So if you have friends that are authors, we know you all come together, you see each other at different events. And I know right now my business partner, my business manager is working on getting us to California. So let's cross our fingers that this is March and we just announced New York for June. So who knows? Probably by the end of the year, we may be making a stop in California. And we want to make sure that this is going to be an awesome event. So we need our people there. We need at least 30 authors and other vendors. But I would say at least 30 authors, because this is about knowing which authors are in your community. And let's see, I don't know what's going. I hope I am live on Instagram, which will be feeding into Facebook right now. But this is going to be an awesome event in New York. We are teaming up with the no, sorry. See, I've been out of New York too long. We are teaming up with the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, the Brooklyn Nets will be in the house. Also, possibly the New York Liberty. I know they should be playing at that time, so I'm not sure how many New York Liberty team members we will actually have in the building. But we might have some of the New York Liberty greats. But definitely the Brooklyn. Jeez. Okay. All right. Get it together, okay. The Brooklyn Nets will be in the house. And we also have, I just chatted with her. We are going to get confirmation, but DJ Annie Red, who is also a children's author, will be in the house. I'm just so excited. And we already have 5 other authors who have signed up. Spots are going fast. We hope to be able to have 40 authors and vendors in the house. So, just make sure you go and sign up. We are updating the readwithcarylee.org page to be able to have the author sign up there as well. But I do have it on the link in my bio, and we'll put it in the link in the description here on YouTube. So excited about that. So make sure, if you want me to come to your area, if you want the Read with Carylee live experience to be in your area, let's get it on. Let's get you on the Read with Carylee children's author directory, and get you signed up so that we know where we have to hit next. We know that we have a great concentration in New York, in the DMV, and in California. So those are the tops and Atlanta. So those are the top spots on my list. Wherever we get a great show going, that's where we will go. Okay. So next, we also have the Read with Carylee show coming back. I have, authors, you are slowly coming in, but we want to make sure that we have a great show to be able to get to our audience and our subscribers. So we need to make sure that you are coming in. So I have a meeting with a great partner that I will hopefully be able to announce next week. We have a great partner that will, I just need to get the get the I's dotted and the T's crossed so that I could announce this partner. This will be epic. I just got the review for last week for our Read with Carylee YouTube. Although, I've only done one live and we haven't posted any new content in months, but we had 7 new subscribers last week. We had 300, I believe, no, 158 individual watchers. So even though we haven't put out new content, so we know that the Read with Carylee show is alive and well. We're going to be having new authors and new stories coming soon. But authors, we need you. We need you to sign up and come along for the journey. All right. So let's get into it today. I am always excited to be able to do author visits. I have been able to go to 5 schools. Actually, no, 5 schools for this year alone. I will tell you, and I'll be honest with you, I had about 9 schools for a total last year. So what did I do different? I am putting myself out there. Anytime I go to an author visit, I make sure I put it up on my Instagram so that people can see, and making sure that you are visible and, available. Yes, you won't be available all the time, but work with the schools that you are working with. Get into their network. If you go to one school, make sure that, they give you a review. Make sure that they know that you are really wanting to go out there. Alexa, volume 4, please. She's getting a little hype. But yes, make sure that you are doing your due diligence. Connect with schools in the area. Say, hey, I just did an author visit at this school. I would love to come to your school and do an author visit. Get a quote from the teacher or the liaison that you worked with, and really network. Because that is the only way that you can really get into school. If they don't know what you're about, if they don't know that you are credible, they will not have you come into their schools. And I know all of what I am getting now is groundwork that I have done in the past year or two. So yeah, I know with schools, they have a short space of time that they can work with. Working on getting into schools next month, you may have had to start working on that school from September. Now is the time. Now, teachers and librarians and principals, they are working on testing right now. So even if you get a no for next month or this month, say, hey, it's not too late. Book me for the last week of school. This will be a great treat for your students. It'll get them excited about reading over the summer. Do different things that you can, have different worksheets, that create a worksheet for them. One of the things that I do create a worksheet, and I help authors to create worksheets that goes along with their books. And this really helps to have students engaged. They won't, not remember you after you leave if they don't get your book. If they don't get your book, they may have a worksheet. If they don't get your book, they may have a bookmark. If they don't get your book, have something for them so that they can go home to tell their parents, Mom, I saw this great author today, and they did this, they did that. This is what they gave me. Be engaging. Not everyone's going to be a tutu queen. Not everyone is going to, have a mirror in a book that a child can see themselves. Not everyone has your whatever. Not everyone is your ... Not everyone may wear glasses. Not everyone may wear funny, funky earrings. Find your niche, find what makes you, because children are the barometer when it comes to truth. They can see when you're nervous. And trust me, yes, even doing this for, like, I've been doing author visits since 2018, doing this for 7 years now. Almost 7 years now. I still get scared. I am a nervous wreck. It doesn't matter. I'm like, yes, I go and speak to adults. I go and speak to children. I go and speak to leaders. It doesn't matter. I still get nervous sometimes. There are some times where I'm just like, okay, I will tell you, my last author visit, that was the largest crowd that I've had. I had the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students. Usually they, when I go to the school, they break it up and I get 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade. Or, they just have each grade come at each time. But this time it was all of them. They all converged. And it was the end of the day on a Friday. And they were talkative. If I have my presentation about Maya Singh's country, and I had Beyonce. I said Beyonce, and they went wild. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, all right, let's calm down. I was tapping on my microphone and like, okay, I can't speak if you speak at the same time. So sometimes it's crowd control. Sometimes it's, I had, there was a school where I had a very, oh my gosh, sweet little boy in pre-K. And he wanted so much to be there. And he wanted to hear the story that he, sat and he needed to use the bathroom, but he did not want to leave. And he had an accident. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, they didn't tell me until after. I was like, okay, what's going on? What are we mopping up there? Like, I didn't see anyone, throw up or anything. And they were like, this little boy, he had an accident because he wanted to be there to hear the author. And that in itself, that is so touching and heartwarming to me, because for a child to just say, okay, yeah, I want to be there when the author is speaking, that is something that you don't get. Like, hey, I'm a mom of 2 boys. They don't listen to me half the time. So that is always great. But making sure that you get that author feedback, making sure that you try to connect with other authors, even asking the librarian, parent liaison, the assistant principal, the principal, the reading specialist, and different schools. It's different people who have those connections for you. And they could say, hey, you ask, can you recommend me to another school? Can you recommend me to your district? Like, who can I speak to in another school? Who do you think that it's most beneficial to speak with? Because you won't always get someone that wants to give that information out. They may want you to just be their little secret. And I've had that. I've had schools where they're just like, okay, yeah, um, I'll share you out to everyone. And then there are some schools that are just like, oh, well, we want you to come back next year and we don't want you to get too busy. And I'm just like, okay, well, I won't get too busy. I will always make time for you. But this is what I do for a living. So let's get me out there. But it's an amazing feeling, especially when you get that school calling you back, that school saying, okay, this time next year, and you have that booked up and you can just have that pinned on your calendar. So it's just so many different ways that you can be effective and efficient for different schools. And even though you may return to that school, it may not be the same thing that you do, even if it's the same book that you have. If they are pegging you to speak with second grade, okay, you can have a different activity that you're doing every year. I have my book that's about glasses. I have an activity where the students could actually make funny glasses. There are so many different things that you can do. Bring pipe cleaners. There I say, it's not just about you coming and reading a story. And there may be some schools that may just want you to come and read a story. But it's also about having some interaction, having some activity. Sometimes it's just a break for the teachers. And sometimes it is, them wanting to have a program or drive a message that they cannot do on their own. Find out from schools, oh, are you having a spirit week? Are you having, I know there's some schools that do, like an anti-bullying week. If your book is about anti-bullying, that would be a great thing. Let them know what your book is about. Let them know the message that you're trying to drive home. Let them know what they're going to expect. And even one thing that I've done with some teachers as well is I will tailor the lesson that I'm going to give to the children that I'm going to see, to the message that they want to convey. They may see your book and they may say, oh my gosh, this is a wonderful book. I would love to have this for my students. Okay. Is there a lesson that you would like to have after? I have lesson plans on my website that pertains to my book. That may not be the lesson that I will bring when I come to do a school visit, but it's something for them to possibly incorporate before or after to get the children excited about your author visit. So, what are you bringing to an author visit? What are you bringing to the students? What does your book mean? For most authors, it's not just about writing a story and going out there and selling books. It's about bringing a message. For me, my books are about bringing a message of diversity, a message of inclusion. Everyone Just Like Me teaches children that it is okay to be different. If we were all the same, it would be a boring world. That is the gist of my book. Everyone Just Like Me. Pretty Hair teaches especially girls about the texture of their hair and about loving themselves inside and out. Maya Sings Country teaches children that they don't have to be in this box that society puts them in. They can step out. They can be a country music artist. They can be a rock and roll artist. They can be a painter. They can be a basketball star. They can be a dancer. They can be whoever they want to be because of what is in their heart and the music or the joy or the creativity that lives within them. And then you name it, Graham made it, is all about being grateful. Being grateful for the family that you're in, being grateful for the loved ones that you have around, being thankful for the food that you may have, and also being thankful with sharing with others. So there are so many different lessons that your books can bring. And you just need to hone in on that, focus on that, and know that your story is something that someone needs to hear, some child needs to know. So that is our book talk for today. I want you to remember authors in New York, in the New York tri-state area. Please, please register for the Read with Carylee road trip. The link is in my bio. If for any reason the link is not working for you, please reach out to me, DM me, email me at info@readwithcarylee.com. Send me a carrier pigeon, flare, whatever. If you know an author that is in the New York tri-state area, we are coming to Long Island University, Brooklyn campus. Right down there, right across the street. I hope it's still there, right? It's an iconic, right across the street from Junior's Cheesecake, right off the Brooklyn Bridge, right at LIU Brooklyn campus. We can't wait to see you for the Read with Carylee live experience. Yes! It's gonna be brand new. We've had it in the last two stops at Read with Carylee in Elements, but this will be the experience. We will be in the Cumble Theater at LIU Brooklyn. It won't just be a regular story time. If you know me, it will not just be a regular story time. Authors, come ready, and you'll be able to buy books from authors, from local bookstores that will be represented there, and know the authors who are in your area. We'll be inviting schools. It's an entire community event. It is open to the public. It will be free for admission. So please come on down. We'll also be looking for volunteers to be able to work. I will be calling on my Brooklyn friends. Hello, family. I hope you'll be there. Okay, and remember also, if you want the Read with Carylee road trip to come to your area, we need to know that you're there. So register for the Read with Carylee Children's Author Directory so we will not miss you, and you will be included when we come to your city. It's been real. It's been great. Thank you again for joining me for another Read with Carylee author chat. I will see you this Thursday. I will be here Thursday. So make sure that you are here with us today. Until then, make sure you grab a book and read. See you next Thursday.